Hey everybody, it's Kyle, one of the world's leading experts, your leading expert in fasting, back with the weekly lesson. I'm excited because I'm printing up a bunch of copies, not a bunch, but 3 copies of the very first draft of the book tonight to bring down to Orlando to give to some buddies to read. Now, today what we're going to be talking about, woman and fasting. I used to be one of the people that would kind of put out hey, what's up, Linda? I would put out the faulty information because that was what I had read and studied, that women shouldn't fast as long as men. That is completely false. It is not true at all. So a little bit of research here, and then just some reality math, and then I'm going to give you guys a note on malnutrition based on a back and forth between another trainer and myself. So, women seem to be more protected against the stresses of a 72-hour fast than men. Could be downregulation in certain hormones, which is really negligible, but basically what that says is women deal with fasting better than men. Men do great with it too, but that's just one thing, okay? Women seem to improve their insulin sensitivity better than men during periods of fasting of 12 to 38 hours. So women's insulin sensitivity improves more than men's during a fast, which is great. And women also have more fat-burning enzymes than men. Growth hormone is typically higher in women. And it's an increased capacity to burn body fat as fuel. So the longer a woman fasts, the more fat they are going to lose. Now, you have some research there. And then what I've seen throughout the year, the reality math. I don't even care what the research says. I've been working with pre-menopausal, menopausal women since I started training people. And if I tell you there's one subpopulation that's harder than any others to try to help them get rid of the unwanted weight when their metabolism is downturned, estrogen is lower, all these types of things, it's that subpopulation. I'm sorry for the video, guys, that it keeps going in and out, but do our best here. So, the main thing with that is the only thing I've ever seen that works. And a lot of these women are very, very strict and diligent dieters. They could be eating 600 to 800 calories a day if they're spreading it out like they've been taught by these Nutrisystems and these other things out there, and they don't lose weight. And it's not that they're lying. Women have stubborn fat. Okay, it's more stubborn than men's. But however, what I've seen with this age group is 48-hour fasts do fantastic. It gets them to break through plateaus very quickly, and there's a system I use for that, but 48s are a great way to start, and it works. It works. I've seen it. I've seen the reality math. Women just, again, this morning I had another conversation with a client that's at that same stage. Nothing else seems to work. Boom, let's try this. I can almost guarantee you she'll have a breakthrough of 10 pounds within the next couple weeks and keep it off. But that's the power of it. So women should not be fasting less length than men. I don't know where that came from. I think it was misapplied research. I think it was people not wanting to deal with their women clients, to be honest with you. But it's not true. And just look at the reality math. That's how I base all this in. The whole book is based in reality math. I have some research in there, but to me it's to be more entertaining. And what I've seen throughout the 20 years and then the 6 years plus of fasting now. So that's that. Now, briefly, there was a trainer that I don't know, I know through an acquaintance, that was telling my sister-in-law on one of her posts that she was going to get malnourished by only eating once a day because she couldn't seem to get all her food in. I think I addressed that last week. You don't need to get all your food in. That's playing the calorie game. And I said, when's the last time you've seen somebody in the United States that's been malnourished? It doesn't exist in terms of what he was referring to it as, which is you're going to be malnourished because you're not eating enough. That does not exist. You're not going to see that. You are not going to see that in this country. Okay? Even for the homeless people, you are not going to see that. However, malnourishment does exist in people that are overweight because of something called internal starvation. So internal starvation is when you're insulin resistant, right? Body has a lot of insulin production going on. And this also has to do with lack of sodium. But when internal starvation goes on, it's tied into that lack of sodium. You already have insulin resistance. Your body will store and hold on to nutrients within the cell that it could be using for bodily function. that you're trying to get from food, but it's your cells have so many nutrients stored up in them that you can only access when you become more insulin sensitive, and you do that through fasting, and you cure this internal starvation. So malnourishment, yes, can it exist, but it's usually in an overweight population, which is what he was trying to get at after the fact, but that's not what he meant. He was talking about under eating, which again, people don't undereat. It does, if they do, that's when you see that phony baloney, play the calorie game over here, all this pseudoscience. And I could go on and on about that topic. I love getting into debates about fasting. One more thing I'll tell you real quick. Client the other day, my endocrinologist told me that I got to go back to eating 1,200 calories a day, spread out between 5 meals a day. And the client looked at the endocrinologist and said, why? I've actually lost 10 pounds. I haven't been able to do this in years. And I kept it off the past 3 months. This is what I wanted. Well, you're going to go into starvation mode. Endocrinologist is wrong, doesn't understand what starvation mode is, as people typically refer to it. Starvation mode happens when you follow a typical plan, low calories, multiple meals a day, because basal metabolic rate will come down to meet what you're putting in. Hunger hormones go up. That's a no-no. You don't want that. So the Panda diet coming out, you'll be seeing, for those of you that are interested, the Panda Challenge will be starting April 1st. I'm taking 12 people. It's a 6-week, high-level challenge designed for people that I'm looking for to get them to lose 20 pounds in those 6 weeks. It's going to be awesome. It's the first one. Only taking 12 people. You'll see the ad on Facebook, and you can apply. If you need the link, just shoot it to me. But awesome stuff. I'm pumped. Hopefully I'll come back. I got a trip to Florida with some cool stuff for you guys. And the book should be out this month. Thanks for tuning in. As always, let me know questions. If you want to be in the Fasting for Fitness Facebook group, just request it. I'll add you in. Peace.